Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're gonna take a look at the T-28 HTC, a premium tier 7 American tank destroyer. This tank, back in the days, was really not good because it received several buffs. The first time it was released, it was really slow, the gun was not effective, literally nobody played that tank, but everything changed when Wargaming decided to buff it a little bit, making it an actual good tank. And gotta be honest, this game you're gonna watch is the top 1 Hall of Fame. The player played his tank well because I watched the replay before doing my review, but he got a lot of luck, really a lot. Of course you're gonna tell me, yeah, you need luck to do an Hall of Fame, to be the top 1 biggest damage of all time, because it's a little bit of skill, it's a little bit of luck. That's the recipient for you to be able to achieve such high level of damage. But sometimes you really feel like those Hall of Fame are getting still out of real players that actually deserved it. Here, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve his Hall of Fame, but he got pretty lucky, let's say it like that. Let's focus a little bit on the statistics and characteristics of the T-28 HTC. This tank is basically a T-28 but at tier 7 with a much better armor profile, because your gun arc that goes 90 degrees one side, 60 degrees sorry, one side and 60 degrees the other side, allows you to really angle your tank quite a lot when it comes to bouncing shells. And that's where, in my opinion, this tank is way better tier to tier compared to the original Tech Tree T-28. Here, a little bit of unlucky shot here on the MX-3075, and what I love about his playstyle, or at least what he does right now, is he's trying to wiggle his tank. It's the kind of tank that is extremely slow but really allows you to bounce if you wiggle correctly, or if you're facing low tier tanks that don't have enough penetration for them to be able to penetrate you. And that was the case of that poor E75, no, not E75, E75 can actually penetrate, but that AMX 3075. His team is getting completely wrecked, as you can see, but if you take a look at what the enemy team has, they have a lot of low HP. There is the Spig, there is the T-2065. He's gonna wait around the corner, and look at how he angles his tank. He's trying to use as much gun arc as possible, because when you use your tank this way and you place it correctly like that, you increase artificially your armor and therefore the chances of you getting bounced. It works, and that's exactly how you want to play your T-28 HTC, because if you don't do that, you are really gonna struggle getting some bounces. If you stay straight in front of your opponents, if they use gold shells, it's literally over for you. Here we go, there is the T-2065 coming to him. He snaps a good APCR shell. I would have done the same because he could not be able to penetrate the lower part of the hull. He goes for another shot, an unlucky one there because he wanted to get the tracks, but it's not over. He still has 664 HP, but at this point of the game, two kills for his team, 5 for the others. It's gonna be quite hard for him to manage to get it through, but look at this. Luckily for him, he managed to land a shot on that T-26 E5, killing the only remaining tier 8 and killing the only one that can easily penetrate him while using gold. Now he's playing against an IS, and as you can see, the IS missed his shot. And starting from now, the replay is one of the luckiest you are gonna see. Look at the IS. He bounced, and it seems like the IS doesn't really know what he's doing, because he's shooting straight without caring where he shots into the T-28 HTC, which leads to multiple bounces, which allows our player there to literally rip apart this poor IS. He took a shot from the Annihilator, but that's not a problem because he can still use the wreck of the IS to hide himself. Here we go, the Annihilator is coming, he snaps the first shot, and look at what happens here. The Annihilator does the best thing he could do, trying to circle, and look at how unlucky he was on that shot. He should have been able to penetrate that T-28 HTC and kill him, and the game should have been over. But look at what happened here. He just managed to bounce all the 3 shells of that tank. He is trying to angle a little bit his tank, and he goes around, he sneaks in another shot. And look at the Annihilator missing his shots. Instead of trying to go for the weak spot, he went for the lower part of the hull. The lower part of the hull on the T-28 HTC is not a weak spot, except if you play with gold shells. The Annihilator tried his luck without gold shells, therefore no penetration, which led our player there to get 5 kills and 4.6k damage already. And look at what the T2065 is saying in the chat. T29 is AFK, and if he is full life, that's some juicy damage our player is gonna be able to get completely for free. You know, that's the kind. Sometimes it happens to me 1 or 2 times. Of course, when it happens to you, you are extremely lucky. But hey, as I told you, to get a world record, you need to have some luck. Here is his luck. I think he expired all his luck for 2020 and maybe even for 2021, because with that game, he literally managed to pull out a 6k game because the T29 is AFK. At that stage of the game, it's literally just him recting an AFK, so nothing really to talk about concerning the tank. But maybe I want to, as he's killing the T29, I want to give you 1 or 2 advices on this tank. If you don't master angling, this tank is not made for you. I don't know if it's going to be in shop sooner or later. I don't think it's the case, because that's not the kind of tank coming back if it was not for Black Friday. Maybe it's going to come back for the independency of the United States of America, maybe the 14th of July or the 6th of July. No, 6th of July, sorry, 14 is for France. Man, I don't remember, I'm sorry, I don't sleep enough for these kind of things. And he pulled out a 6k damage game, angling his tank correctly, of course having a bit of luck, but look at the number of damage he did. He was literally in a 1 versus 7 game that he managed to pull out pretty correctly, even if he got helped at the end with an AFK. If you enjoyed that video, feel free to subscribe, like and share. Tell me what next tank you want to see. I have some other famous games coming straight up, and I like this kind of videos because it allows me to just watch a replay, comment over it. It doesn't take a lot of time as I'm in the middle of exams. That's the best kind of replay. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Au revoir.